What up, YouTube? It's your boy Trucker Doc again. You are fucking with the best damn trucking channel on YouTube right now. You guys are the best damn YouTube subscribers. Thank y'all for fucking with me. So I decided to make this video because I get a lot of questions about what to expect when coming into trucking, going to the academy, Swift Academy, stuff like that. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about that today. I'm gonna give you everything that you need to expect. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. The first thing that I can tell you to expect is expect the unexpected. That is gonna be a broad statement because when you get to the academy, it's pretty much the same thing over and over again. You know, you work on your paperwork stuff, you learn the log, you do your back-end maneuvers all day. Pretty much it, you know, for that 3 weeks. Once you get your CDL, you get on your mentor's truck. That's when, you know, real learning is beginning. Always expect the unexpected. What I mean by that is, one, you don't know this person at all. You might have had a few conversations before you get on his truck or whatever, but you don't know him. Two, you're new. You're coming out into the world on these highways where there's other lives at stake, other truckers you got to worry about, weather conditions, mountain driving, all that stuff. You know, expect the unexpected. The third thing is you don't know if you're going to click well with this person because you're living with this person for four weeks at minimum. You're going to be with this person in the truck in a small, cramped space. So you don't know if you're going to get along with this person. For that, the best thing I can tell you is your goal when you get to the academy is to get your CDL, get on your mentor's truck, learn what you need to do on your mentor's truck, and then upgrade to get out of your mentor's truck in your own truck. Those are your four goals for the beginning part of, you know, the academy mentor phase with Swift Transportation. Get your CDL, learn what you need on your mentors, upgrade solo, get your own truck. Now, once you get your own truck, the learning doesn't stop. So if you think the learning is just gonna stop, it's not. Get that out of your head. It's not going to stop. You're going to be learning every day because you're going to be put in situations every day that you're going to have to figure out how to deal with that situation. You're not going to go through most of the situations that you're going to face on an everyday basis on your mentor's truck because they might not come up. You know, and you can't teach something that's not going to come up. They can tell you, but you know, it's not gonna learn. Like, you might not know how to deal with a blown tire. When you blow a tire, you might not know how to deal with that. So that's a situation that you would have to adapt and learn once you go through it. The next thing, once you become solo, you have your own truck, you're feeling all fancy, you know, you're dressing it up the way you like. You named your truck. I named mine Stormy. So you named your truck, you're feeling good about yourself. You got your CDL, you're ready to get rolling. First thing, you get your load information. Okay, you got a nice little 1,500-mile run. Let's say let's say you got a 2,000-mile run just to kick things off. You going cross country. All right. So you're doing your pre-trip, you're doing your trip plan. That's going to be another important thing to learn. Your trip planning. If you do not trip plan correctly, if you do not trip plan going across time zones correctly, you will end up being late. Me, I always trip plan to arrive more than 5 hours early if I can at all possible. That gives me flexibility with traffic, road conditions, mountain driving, other drivers. If anything was to happen, DOT inspections, being pulled into scales, you never know what can happen. You don't want to just plan it, you know, just to go right here. You don't want to do that. Next thing I want to say, what to expect, any advice I can give you. The best advice that I could give you would be to, if your mentor is not teaching you how to back up. This is the most important thing. If your mentor is not teaching you how to back, if you're not backing up every single time that you're backing, if you're not backing, if you're not in that driver's seat backing, whether he's on duty or he's on the clock or you're on the clock, if you're not backing up, get off of his truck, because he's doing you no service, because that is going to be almost 90% of what you're going to be doing out here is backing. You're not going to be pulling forward. You're not going to be parallel parking. You're not going to be offset. I mean, you might offset. But 45 alley docking is what you're going to be doing 100% of the time. At all of these shippers, at all of these truck stops. You might find truck stops that are open, you know, that you can just pull through, whatever. But if he's not teaching you how, if he or she is not teaching you how to back from day one, get off of his truck. That is the best advice that I can give you. Get off of his truck immediately, because he is doing you no service. He is not a good mentor. And you can tell if it's a good mentor if he's constantly teaching you how to back. He's giving you criticism of how to fix stuff. If he's not doing that, he's not doing you any service. He's just making money off of you. There's mentors out there that, you know, just sit in the passenger seat and just drive, and, you know, just let you drive. Another thing, if you're doing all of the driving, yes, you are required to do all of the driving for the first 50 hours, and then you switch to team driving. But if you're doing all of the driving from day one until you upgrade, get off of his truck. Past the 50 hours, get off of his truck, because he is just, he's burning you out, and you're going to end up hating it and quitting. Once you hit your 50 hours with Swift Transportation, you're supposed to team drive, which means you drive 10 hours, he drives 10 hours, and switch on and off like that. If you're doing all the driving, he's not driving, or he's stopping, you know, he's only driving 3 hours, and then you're stopping, you're driving, get off of his fucking truck. Because he's a bum ass mentor. He shouldn't be a fucking mentor. But yeah, once you get solo and everything, you know, you got to learn how to run your clock. That's another important thing. Learning how to run your clock. Knowing what you can run in 10 hours or 9 hours or how many hours you decide to run a day. Me personally, I try to do between 8 and 10 hours a day. Knowing how to run your clock. So it's going to take a little bit for you to know exactly how to run your clock the way you want. Me, I know that in 10 hours I can run 633 miles if I'm pushing it, you know. That's no traffic, no mountain driving. Some mountain drive, I can do about 580 with mountain driving and everything too. So I know that if I have a 500 or 450 mile run and I have 3 days to get it there, I can get there as soon as, when I pick it up, I can push. I can make 400 miles in 8.5, 9 hours. I'm pushing, I'm going all the way there. Then once you get there, call the shipper or the receiver. Call the receiver to see if you can get unloaded early. If you can't get unloaded early, boom, you're already there. Call Swift Transportation, see if you can get a T-call to get onto another load. But yeah, try to run out your clock, you know, run at least 8 hours, you know. Don't do a 4-hour trip, a 2-hour trip, 3-hour trip just because you don't feel like driving. If you don't feel like driving, you shouldn't have been a fucking truck driver. Get out the fucking truck anyway. The next thing, mountain driving. You don't want to take these mountains for granted, you know. This is dangerous. This is dangerous being out here, you know. You go up these mountains, you're not being careful, you can go right off the side of them. And there's no more you. So you want to take these mountains slow. Who gives a fuck about the trucker next to you passing you? Don't nobody give a fuck. Go slow. Next thing, you know, is once you have your trip planning down, once you have your running your clock, you know how many miles you like to run a day. Next thing, backing. You know, you're still working on your backing technique. You're not going to get your backing technique within the 4 weeks of your mentor. You're not ever going to get your backing technique. You might get good at it, but you're never going to perfect your backing technique. The reason is because you cannot predict what other truckers are doing, how it's set up, how the shippers are set up. You can get good. It's called situational backing. That's what I'm going to call it, a situational backing, because you're going to be put in a situation to where you might not have space, and you have to adjust based off your situation. Another thing is being able to deal with being by yourself, unless you're a teammate or you have somebody riding with you. Being able to be by yourself 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know, it depends how much time you take home, how much home time you take. You're by yourself. So being able to deal with that, being able to, another big thing, and a lot of people don't realize, is taking showers in truck stops. It's completely different than taking a shower at your house. Completely different. I don't know what it is, but it's just completely different. You have to learn how to take a shower. There's a lot of people out here that don't take showers, and you can smell that shit from their truck. Don't be one of those people at all. Learning to occupy your mind out here on the road. Me, I do these YouTube videos. That's how I occupy my mind. Find what works for you. It might be photography. It might be, you know, sightseeing. It might be listening to podcasts, audiobooks, music. Find something to occupy your mind, because if you don't occupy your mind, you're going to be thinking, why the fuck am I even out here? I don't like this shit. Blah, 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 blah. And the last thing I want to touch base on before I let you guys go, the very last thing is, when you're coming in as a rookie driver, do not expect to make any money. Let me repeat that. When you're coming in as a rookie driver, your first year, do not expect to make any money. There's variable factors that go along with that. Yet you get your set base pay, but you also get your bonuses. You don't know how to run your clock yet, so you're not going to be making, you know, you're not going to be utilizing your whole clock. You're not going to be, you don't know how to talk to the shippers yet, so you're not going to be calling the shipper to see if you can get loaded early, or calling the receiver to see if you can get unloaded earlier. You're not keeping track of your detention pay. You're not scanning in your paperwork on time, so you're having delays in your paycheck. It's okay. You know, I went through it. All rookies go through it. You're not gonna be making money right off the bat. You're gonna be making some money, and trust me, there's a lot of money to be made out here, but you just don't know all the tools that you need to know to be making the amount of money that you come out here for. So get that out of your mind, because once you hit that $300 paycheck, you're going to be pissed because you're not making money. Another thing is home time. Home time affects your paycheck. Make sure you do your home time on a weekend. You know, Swift, they changed their pay periods to end on Sunday night at midnight. So, you know, make sure you get your 2,000 miles or 2,500 miles in before Friday. Then take home time on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, you have your 2,500 miles in already. You ain't got to worry about them breaking your paycheck. You take your home time in the middle of the week. You think you're losing 3 or 4 days, you know, going home, because you're not getting paid for that. They're not going to pay you for you to go home. That's a privilege for you. You want to go home. They don't have to pay you for that. So I'm gonna leave you with that. This video is getting a little longer than I expected. For those of you who tuned in with me, I definitely do want to thank you. This is for everybody that's been asking me questions on what to expect, any advice I can give you. I tried to wrap it all up into one video. If I missed something or you have any more questions, feel free to comment below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment, of course, and hit that notification bell to let you know when a new video is going to drop. Again, thank you guys for rocking with the Best Damn Trucking channel on YouTube. You guys are the best damn YouTube subscribers. Thank you.